Good evening, race sim fans, and welcome to Thingamajig's racing channel. I'm Thingamajig, and for the final time, maybe for the final time ever, this is the time we're going to see these road cars out there on the track, ladies and gentlemen. It is the season finale. It is the end. I had the tables, I deleted them by accident, I apologise. But Wayne's leading. I think Hodgie is just too far away, but I've just declared in chat that I think winner should take all tonight. Sod the tables, we'll just go with whoever wins the most. Whoever wins the last race takes everything, takes the championship. So, Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G. We're going into qualifying now. We are having 3 sprint races. They're road cars. We're on round 10. Why should I explain what they do? You should know. And if you don't know, well, it's a predicament, because I wouldn't mind you staying around and watching, but you really should probably go back to the beginning. You wouldn't go and start watching Star Wars from episode 4, would you? That would be ridiculous. So, yes. The road cars, ladies and gentlemen, it's a touring car fest. It is a replica British touring car series. It has run for 10 rounds, and it has been explicitly fun, ladies and gentlemen, with a PH. Fun. It's been a fantastic series, ladies and gentlemen. I would recommend just not watching this one yet. Going back to the start, where I explain everything. But this is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, and these contenders are ready to do battle. Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G waiting to the end because he doesn't want to change his tyres halfway through qualifying. Doesn't pay his pit crew enough to do a pit stop during qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, so he's hanging back. The Derg leading the pack in his Focus, and we're at, it's not even Big Willow, ladies and gentlemen, it's the streets of Willow. I really like that. Was one of them weekly challenges. I was in a Nissan Silvia smashing it around this track. I had heaps of fun. It's fantastic. I mean, the Fords don't like corners, as we well know, so they're going to suffer here, you would think. So it's times like this that the McShady of Phaser can shine. Kian in the were. It's time to shine. Rossi, aka Biggie, Mr. B.I.G. It's time to shine. Castian, if you were still in that Nissan, it'd be time to shine. Slowpoke in the and Hodgie absolutely blew us away last round. See, this is why you have to watch us in order, because I'm just now going to spoil round 9 for you. But Hodgie took all. He took everything, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely, he broke the house. So they're starting to put their times in. Well, they say they're putting their times in, but Wayne's hanging around in second place without even doing a lap. That's how good he is, ladies and gentlemen. So Nigel is on pole at the moment with a 12.666, the sign of the devil. Beware, lock up your daughters, ladies and gentlemen. There is colluding with the underworld going on as we speak. It looks like Nigel's doing deals with shady characters from the underworld. Hodgie second fastest in his Lexus, with Slowpoke there in the Focus in third place, 6/10 behind the Hodge Meister. Phaser in the McShady sitting in fourth, with the Apex Bloomfield in fifth, looking absolutely fantastic in the were. And I didn't mean to leave you out, Bloomfield. It's time to shine. Carbon in the chat saying hello, Thingy. Well, hello, Carbon, I believe, just joining into the fun and frolics of the Ultimate Racing League. Has joined the Sunday Leagues. I believe he's racing his Virgin race with us on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to it. So Bloomfield at the moment, nothing's changed in the top 5. They're all kicking up times. I'm seeing them times flicking up at the bottom, but at the moment the top 5 Oh, well, no, Phaser has gone ahead of Slowpoke. I take an apology there. I made a mistake. Yes, Phaser moving up a position. Hodgie getting closer to Niggle in his Focus. Phaser in third, Slowpoke in fourth. We've got Bloomfield in fifth, and this lap's going to be no good to him because he's got a penalty. Kian in sixth, going faster. Let's hang about, because he's only 0.05 of a second behind his fellow BMW driver of Bloomfield. So Kian, then let's keep an eye on the Pertex Bitmwer. And in the chat we have High Voltage saying AA thingy, give us a classical quote, need a laugh. What do you mean? What classical quote? I don't know. It's too much pressure. I'm not sure. There's penalties galore out there, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Massey's just got himself a boner. And Rossi then in seventh, going for the line. 3/10, stays in seventh, but pulls himself a lot closer to Kian. Then we have the Derg down in eighth place. He is also going faster, but he's got to find half a second just to jump above the Bertmer and Castian in ninth. Fighting the Focus, 2.7 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. That's a chasm. That is a huge. That's the kind of gap that it echoes in when you say hello. Wayne, the Mad Dio Double G, has hit the track, and he's only fifth fastest, ladies and gentlemen. Only fifth fastest. That's how tight the field is so far. 1.2 seconds off of pole time. Niggle picking up a penalty. He's doing now this lap. Hodgie then in with a chance. Shall we have a look at what the streets of Willow Springs looks like from their POV? And Hodgie then second place on the grid so far, and he is heading on down. He's really fighting for this championship. Dirk's gone faster. He's broken into the top 8 and Lord and above. I don't think that's the line you want to take, my friend. My good golly gosh, late on the brakes much. Hodgie going for absolute gold there. High Voltage in the chat saying, do you think the gentleman's agreement needs checking? Those Bertmer words are very quick. Well, I'm not sure. We've still got Hodgie and the Niggle in the way, but Phaser in the McShady as well. So Mr. B.I.G. he's just, oh, Wayne's now, where is he moved up to? Third spot. He's chipping away, ladies and gentlemen, chipping away at the grid. It's like when he's trying seats out, he's thinking, do I want this? No, he's like our very own Goldilocks. Maybe that's what the G stands for, Wayne Goldilocks. He's trying out all the bears' beds. It's too hard. Now he's in third, and I'm hearing grumbles of Lumpy out there. So Wayne jumping from one spot to another. Phaser down in fourth. Derg now as well doing a similar job, up and into sixth place for the Derg. High Voltage saying I do that every time. Hate this track. Yes, it's a toughie. This is a toughie McTuff track, ladies and gentlemen. And Rossi then, oh, they are really pushing the limits of the track here, ladies and gentlemen. He was going off-road. 3/10 down on his own time. He's only 200ths off of sixth place. The field is amazingly tight if we flick through. I mean, Niggle is 0.2.5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Hodgie, though, yay! Wayne's now trying second place. Yeah, that bed was too lumpy. He is trying this bed. Oh, this is comfy, he says. Oh, I wonder what that one in front is like. Rossi getting out of the way, doesn't want to hold up. Our man Niggle there. Niggle on an absolute push in qualifying. He is at one with the streets of Willow, ladies and gentlemen. He knows these streets well. He is the gangster from the Willow. Straight out of Willow, y'all. Oh my, I like that. I know he probably didn't, but I loved it. That was fantastic. Thank you, Niggle. It was well worth starting the stream. It can only go downhill from now, can't it? What are we going to do? We've peaked too soon, ladies and gents. Nigel has absolutely given us a display. So let's have a quick run through. Where are we? We're 9 minutes. I think it's 10 minutes for qualifying, so we've only got a minute left. Nigel at the moment on pole, but Wayne, the Mad D-O-double-G, ladies and gentlemen, is coming in hard. He's coming in fast, and he is relentless. His thirst for pole positions, ladies and gentlemen. And here he comes. The tyres are going to be destroyed. Not this lap. Not this lap. Hodgie then sitting in third, 2/10 behind Wayne, and he's not going any faster this lap. Fazer in fourth in the McShadies, and it's looking absolutely cracking for him. He won't get the tyre wear that I believe the two Fords will get up ahead of him, and but he does have to watch with Slowpoke in fifth. The Fords are rapid off of the start, so Slowpoke will be looking if he cannot get ahead of McShady. Oh, someone's just about to cross the line. Can I get it? No, I had him though. Kean then crosses the line, and he goes up to fourth, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Who's that? Who's that? Sorry about the flicking. We've got to try and find him. And here comes Nigel. No, Nigel's going slow. He's not going for a lap here. I don't know who's next. Jesus, it's hard. That's what she said. Derg had a huge penalty, so he's not going any faster. Rossi had a penalty. He's not going any faster. Bloomfield is coming up, but now we have Castian on his final run. He doesn't want to be starting from the final position, but he is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid. And now we have the Wayne, the Mad D-O-double-G, and he's got a huge penalty as well. Well, no, he's got half a second, but he's going nowhere, but Hodgie's going through him. Thank the Lord above. Hodgie then third. We've got Kean starting in fourth. Great there on his final lap. Fazer down into fifth. Slowpoke sixth. He's coming up to the line, but he seems to be going slow also. Oh, look, they're all queuing up. Derg in seventh. We got Rossi in eighth. Bloomfield starting in ninth with Castian in 10th. I want to see the parade. Oh, it's only one now. The others got bored. But yeah, Wayne, the Mad D-O-double-G. I've got a feeling he's already won the championship, but like I said, I accidentally deleted the tables. I loaded them up, and then I pressed the red X, thinking that was view.
Is this the final race?
So Nigel with a pole, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes around the streets of Willow is going to be. This is the final round. High voltage. It's 3 races. We've got 3 beautiful races. The first race, I think they're on the softs. I've forgotten the rules. Can you believe it? I think they've got to use mediums. Yeah, they've got to use mediums at least one of the 3 races. So they'll sort the grid out because they might do change of tyres. We can look at the results though. So Nigel on pole, Wayne in second. So 3 races this evening. They've got to use a set of mediums at least once. The third race has a one higher tyre wear, so you'd think they'd save the mediums till last, but they've been trying to mix it up all season. Yeah, the second race is a random grid, and the third race is a reverse 5, and then the others move forward. So Nigel on pole, Wayne G in second, Hodgie in third, Kean starts 4th ahead of Fazer, Slowpoke in 6th, Dergview 7th, Rossi in 8th, Bloomfield 9th, and Castian in 10th. Oh, that's all right, they're not ready yet. Yes, look, 5 seconds. That wasn't bad. That's good timing. This is slick. This stream you've got to watch. Don't watch the last stream. The last stream was a mess, unfortunately, for poor old OTH guys. I'll make it up to him. I'll try and really hard to do a good stream next time. So Nigel on the pole position, Wayne alongside, and Hodgie. These 3 are all at the top of the table, I believe. Before I deleted it, I'm sure I saw that, with Wayne at the top. And it's go here. And oh my Lord, Nigel's not. Who's not moved? Who's not moved? It's Wayne. I'm not sure. It was Wayne, wasn't it? Wayne, the Mad D-O-double-D. I can't even get it out. Wayne was not ready. My good Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Nigel then. That's a lot of blasphemy today. I'm really sorry for people who are into that stuff. I don't mean to take it in vain. I'm just shocked. So Nigel there is leading the way with Hodgie in second place. Or am I? Is this some sort of subliminal... am I using a stream about racing to try and bring the word of the Lord to the masses? So Nigel then, he's in the lead, I think it's safety car situation. No, it looks like he's going full beans now. Yeah, no, it's not safety car. So Hodgie in second, Keane in third. The Big E, ladies and gentlemen, up and into fourth. Where did he qualify? He's on the medium tyres as well. This is fantastic for Big E. Fantastic indeed. Keane moves up as well. Fazer in fifth. So it's Wayne Bloomfield has moved up sixth. Derg was about there. He's moved down a bit. Castian's jumped up ahead of the Wayne, and Slowpoke seemed to have dropped as well from that start. He must have had a small off whilst we were concentrating on Wayne, the Mad Dio Double G, and Rossi's gone absolutely. I'm using the bloody keypad here. I've got this. I bet you I don't catch that. Heaven's sakes. Is this not working? Yeah, okay. So Niggles leading with Hodgie in second place. We've got Keane in third. My good lord, it's action-packed already. Derg's up to fourth. He was, what, seventh just now. Fazer now is in fifth place. Wayne's made his way up into sixth. Castian as well, following up through seventh. Slowpoke is in eighth. We saw Rossi, well, we saw the tail end of Rossi having a big off, and Bloomfield, oh, the Burma was. It's gone badly for them. They are on the medium tyres, though. Niggle on the softs with Hodgie on the softs. Keane is also on the softs, and they are breaking away like Basement Jacks told us. They prophesized. I'm gonna break away. Nip, 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 whatever the song goes like. So Niggle leads with Hodgie in second and Keane in third. The Derg has had to battle his way through the pack, and now he finds himself chasing those leaders. He's also on the soft tyre. We've got Fazer on the soft tyre also. Now the big question is, how long can that soft tyre hang on around the grueling streets of the Willow of Spring? Slowpoke up into seventh, following Wayne as Castian slips back and gets a penalty. Double hit, ladies and gentlemen. Biggie and Bloomfield are having a Burt fest at the back of the pack, and they wouldn't have it any other way, ladies and gentlemen. It's the only way to celebrate around the streets of Willow Springs is at the back, dueling with another Burt, and I am here for it. Look at them go. Both on medium tyres, both lacking a lot of grip. They'll be hoping those soft tyres on the cars ahead will be going off so they can close in and oh, we saw Niggle in qualifying giving it some welly through that corner, and again, is he using his handbrake? And again with another penalty, and Hodgie, 3 wins, consecutive wins so far. Is he going to make it 4, ladies and gentlemen? This will be absolutely fantastical. Keane right in the midst of it all as well. Nothing's working on my keyboards. Why, caps lock, ladies and gentlemen, the dreaded caps lock. What a fool I've been. Keane then in third. Oh, that is like the oldest foolish mistake of IT ever, isn't it? My keyboard's not working. Have you tried caps lock? My gosh. My God, I've really shown my ineptitude for IT things. Oh, well. Keane then in third, caps lock. Bloody hell. So Niggle then takes the penalty. Hodgie coming on hard and strong, ladies and gentlemen, around the outside. He's taking over, he's gone wide. He's gone wide, and we're in a cloud of dust. And Keane goes through. And my good golly gosh, did Hodgie just get a little caught out there, ladies and gentlemen? Wowzers, oh wowzers, on board with the Hodgie. Oh, is the racing too close to have a look? I don't think so. Let's have a quick one. See if we can see it from his point of view. So here we go. There's the penalty spent. He's heading hard down. Ow, I think he just got caught out by that apex of that corner. Oh my word. Good golly, Miss Molly. So now Hodgie has the hard task of trying to catch up Niggle and Keane. Keane is absolutely slinging the Burt at the moment. He's all up and in Niggle's busyness, ladies and gentlemen. He is sniffing exhaust fumes. He's trying to get high off a Niggle supply, ladies and gentlemen. Hodgie there in the periphery. He's there. He's hunting his prey. The Derg is fourth, Fazer fifth, and Wayne making his way through saying, excuse me, Excuse me. Can I go through here? Can I? No. Could I? Excuse me. Phaser, listening, taking none of it. He's not having any of it. This is his 5th place, and he will not be moving over for the Mad Dio Double G. Gangster or not, ladies and gentlemen, the Phaser will not be phased. Derg then, he can't run away, can he, from the McShady? And the McShady is looking after its tyres in perfect harmony. And the Derg is ripping, ladies and gentlemen, his front wheels apart. We are 6.5 minutes into this first race. The Phaser is on a mission. Oh, and so is the Waney Mad Dio Double G, ladies and gentlemen. And excuse me, no, not there. Very polite is Waney, the Mad Dio Double G. For a gangster, you would say very polite. So Waney writes up the rear derriere of the McShady there. Slowpoke in 7th spot. The Bloom and Rossi have found their way past Castin, and they've swapped places, haven't they? Bloomfield, he was behind the Biggie, and Biggie's done his fastest lap the last time around, but Bloomfield's in the 14s now, getting into the swing of it with the medium tyres, and now all he needs is those soft tyres to absolutely bullet themselves. Hodgie hunting for race win number 4 in a row. He's had more wins than that this season, but this would be the 4th race, consecutive race, that Hodgie has picked up. Kian there slipping back into the Derg view, I think. 7/10 betwixt them. And Waney is there as well. My good golly gosh. And Waney. So Waney did get past Phaser. I apologise. I didn't find it, see it. So Waney up the inside of the Derg. The tyres are struggling. He has no grip. And at 7 minutes, you'd be questioning whether or not it'd be worth going into the pits. Go into the pits, you'll catch up the medium runners. So the Derg under threat as Waney tries to thread the needle, and the focus is the thread, and the needle was the gap between Derg and the apex. And now Phaser, when it goes wrong, it goes terribly wrong, and the Derg, everyone's lining up to slap him. Poor old Derg, and he even said he didn't want to race tonight because he doesn't like this track. And now he's getting his bottom spanked, ladies and gentlemen, like the naughty little boy that he is. Niggle then in the lead. Hodgie has made no impression. Niggle at 13.7, but it might be down to tyres, though. Hodgie is using his tyres quite liberally. Kian there is in 3rd. Is Kian in for a shout come the end of this race? Could he go on the attack of these two ahead that are using their tyres up? Hodgie getting closer to the Niggle. Kian in 3rd. Waney, the Mad Dio Double G, up ahead of Phaser, and now stretching his legs to try and touch that Burtmer in an appropriate way. Phaser in 5th with permission and everything. Dergview in 6th place with Slowpoke in 7th. The Bloom is in 8th and Rossi in 9th. Oh, these Burmowers are not going as well as Kian's Burmower. Kian's Burmower on soft tyres looks dangerous. So let's remember that, ladies and gentlemen. The Bloom and Rossi are not playing with a full deck right now. They are on the medium tyres. Their faculties are fine. I didn't mean it in that way. I just mean they're on the medium tyres. They always play with the full deck at all times. But their cars are not playing with the full deck. Shall I rephrase it? Probably better. And so in the chat, sorry I've missed the chat because I am absolutely enthralled with this racing, ladies and gentlemen. High Voltage saying, is this, oh yeah, High Voltage, how do you join these series? Do you want any more? I'm a C just now. You've got to get yourself onto Facebook if you've got it, and look for the Ultimate Racing League. They run shed loads. Sunday League is the best one to probably get yourself into. Ease yourself in. This is the end. This is the finale, High Voltage. This is it. They're packing these cars away. Next season, they're taking Group 4 and Group 3 Jaguars around. So not mixed. It'd be 1 week in Group 4s, 1 week in Group 3s. A little bit like the Manufacturers Cup, but with Jags. And you don't often see the Jags because it doesn't seem to be a favoured car. Oh no! Kian, please sir, can you settle down? Because the Wayne Mad Dio Double G is closing in, and you just made a slight mistake, and it feeds him. It feeds him. Kian, you're feeding into his habit. You are an enabler, Kian. That's what you are. You're enabling him. Niggle then leads this race with Hodgie in second, Kian in third, Wayne the Mad Dio Double G hunting for a podium, Fazer in fifth place, and I reckon he'd be happy with that. Slowpoke there in sixth, and the tyres are looking gnarly, but we've only got 3.5 minutes left of the race. And yeah, Facebook is what I was saying when at high voltage. Oh no, the Derg's gone for a trip bang. And today, 4 spectators were sadly nearly hit by a pretend car. 6 spectators. Derg, watch out for the spectators, man. What are you doing? So Niggle then in first, Hodgie in second. There's only 1 second betwixt the two of them, and Hodgie is going for a last minute dance with the Niggle as their tyres fade to nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, the tyres are worth diddly squat right now. They've got nothing, no mass. And Hodgie closing right in, and you feel this is the moment that Hodgie goes for gold, ladies and gentlemen. And he's sniffing around the rear derriere of the Niggle, but Niggle is a canny racer, ladies and gentlemen, and I am sure he can hold his line for the next 2.5 minutes and make Hodgie go the long way around, which is difficult when your tyres are fading away. Kian then in third, still holding his own against the Mad Dio Double G, but Wayne's tyres also hurting, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time for Fazer not to get penalties, but to go on the attack. And the fact that he's got a penalty just shows, ladies and gentlemen, how much he is pushing. Slowpoke 5 seconds miss of the Fazer. Bloomfield up to 7th with those medium tyres, as Rossi up to 8th. Derg having an absolute nightmare as Castian in 10th. I think we found Derg's favourite track. He's not so ice, Derg, today. Niggle making a mistake or just not having any grip into this final section of corners, and they are grueling. 1.5 minutes on the clock. It's definitely another lap after this one, and if they get a shifty on, they might be able to get a lap after that, which I'm not sure Niggle wants. But they're through to at least, no, I think they could, unless they do a 119, which they've not been doing. They've been doing 114s. They're going to get around again. Kian in third, and Wayne is going in for the kill. He is doing it for the thrill, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Kian's rear derriere is all over the shop. He's twerking, ladies and gentlemen. He is giving us a demonstration of twerk but were. And Wayne the Mad Dio Double G is just waiting for his moment to leap. How are our leaders doing? Niggle still holding the Hodgemeister at bay. What an absolute final, ladies and gentlemen, we are being treated to. Race 1 of 3 is of epic encounters. Kian trying to stave off Wayne the Mad Dio Double G. Hodgie all over the back of the NIGGLE. Down in the streets of Willow, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the gangsters are born. So Niggle then, can he hold on? They've got to do another lap, ladies and gentlemen. The tyres are crying. The tyres are crying out, not another lap. And Hodgie and Kian get across. And Kian may not. No, Kian's going to finish this race in third ahead of the Wayne Mad Dio Double G. Fazer grabs himself 5th place with Slowpoke coming home in 6th, but just about as Bloomfield mounted an absolute attack on the Ford at the end there. Biggie all by himself on 8th spot at the moment. We will go back to those leaders. I know they're still racing, but it is nice to see guys cross the line. They're on top of each other. It's okay. Everything's good. So Rossi, sorry we missed you crossing the line line. Cassian then, they've got a while to go. So it looks like Nigel shaking off the Hodge. The Hodge's tyres are absolutely spent, as are Nigel's. But he just hasn't got the tyres to put on the pressure, ladies and gentlemen. And the Nigel is doing the... Oh, what's the yellow flag for? It's not for Nigel. Castian then coming around the final corner and stays ahead of the Derg. It's the Derg that's off the track, ladies and gentlemen. So Nigel then stays ahead. This is the corner we've seen Nigel struggle with. He's through, ladies and gentlemen. Hodgie's on him. They wouldn't even be allowed to overtake because of the Derg. Oh my word, they're past the yellow flag now, but it's Nigel that takes the win ahead of Hodgie, and the Derg is having a bit of fun off the field. And now the Derg heading towards the line. You nearly ruined that end, Derg. You nearly ruined that end with your tomfoolery. Thank the Lord above. Again with the religion. Sorry, guys. Oh, wow. It feels like this is all... Oh, we're at the church of racing, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh my word. Wowzers, wowzers. Let's have a look at those results then, ladies and gentlemen. I am sure the guys will take a minute or so to pull their schnizzle together before going again. We've got the random grid next. Anything can happen. We've had Bloomfield and Rossi use their medium tyres in the chat. High Voltage said nobody said go. And High Voltage said great racing, clean, great to watch. I think I hear the phone thingy. Might be ITV. Yeah, they wouldn't allow me. I'm surprised YouTube let this fly, not alone an actual proper TV show. Not that YouTube's, yeah, they're not proper TV, but I watch it more than TV, so it's becoming my new TV. Oh yeah, so Nigel takes the win and breaks Hodgie's run. 3 in a row Hodgie was on. It looked like he was going to try and get that 4th, but it was broken by our man Nigel. One wonderful racing by the pair of them, always together all the way round on a track that is very difficult to drive. Kean and Waney as well. What a display. Waney absolutely slicing through the field after a slow start off of the line, and had an absolute smash with Kean. A beautiful race we were treated to between the Burton and the Ford Focus. Fazer finished in 5th place, a little bit on his own, really. I mean, Slowpoke was with him near the end, I think, but came in 6th. Bloomfield in 7th on those mediums, remember, as it was Biggie in 8th on the mediums. Castian finished in 9th. Sorry, I think we're back in qualifying again. And the Derg just was not feeling it by the end of the race in 10th. Told you he should have pitted. I reckon you would have caught them last few cars up by the end. Right, so this next one, ladies and gentlemen, is a total and utter random grid. They are going to put their race numbers into a tombola, and then we're getting... And, oh, God, what's politically correct? We can't have a small person do it. A wizard. We found someone who looks like a wizard, okay? Dobby. Someone dressed as Dobby from Harry Potter is going to spin the tombola. You can't have a lady in a bikini. I mean, they can't even go on F1 grid, so you can't have one of them doing the tombola. Can't have a short person. Can't train a bear to do it, apparently. So, yeah, we've just found a bloody Dobby look-alike, ladies and gentlemen. And they'll spin those numbers in the big tombola and pick them out one by one from pole down to last place. That's how they randomise this grid, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. I've got the controller back in my hand. I'm so relaxed. I've got a keyboard in front of me. No caps lock this time. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, sorry I'm late. How are you doing this fine day? My friend, you've missed an absolute cracking race. And guess what? Waney the Mad DOGG or Hodgie didn't win. That's the only spoilers I'm going to give you, Big Rob. Not telling you anymore. He called Vodka Rob. He doesn't even drink vodka anymore. It feels weird calling him Vodka Rob, but it feels too personal calling him Rob. Hi, Rob. It's getting a bit dark. I'm going to turn the light on. See our smart meter go through the roof. Boom. Bloody like Blackpool illuminations in here. Oh my God, it's still daylight outside. You got the curtains closed, you turn the light on. What's the matter with you? Bloody hell. Like money grows on trees. I've got it all on. Why am I messing about? Oh, I didn't have time. We should have looked at the tyres, shouldn't we? Soft. Wow. It's like a Viagra convention. Nigel then takes the lead. Well, before the convention. Nigel takes the lead. That Focus absolutely leaps off of the line with Kian in second spot. And Nwaney, it looks like they've started in the... Oh no, Bloomfield's up there. Bloomfield on the softs now, able to show... Oh no, Bloomfield's had an off, ladies and gentlemen. My good golly gosh, he was in there now. Have they gone... No, because it's only one car. Oh no, yeah, it looks like they are going slow. For, is it? Oh, I'm not sure. He's Castian, Derg, they might be racing. Derg's off the road. Bloomfield's back in with the... No, he's not quite caught up the pack yet. Right, I'm going to risk it to see what the bejeebus happened to our man, the Bloomfield. Now, he's got a little bit of a crowd. And then, I don't know. I didn't see the other side of him to see if there was contact, but he definitely spun around one reason or another. So I believe they're under safety car. So, yes, as you can see, they're going rather neat and tidy in an orderly fashion, waiting for the rest of the field to catch up. Waney, the Mad D-O-double-G in third with Slowpoke in fourth. He's picked himself up a half a second penalty. I tell you what, this is the lap to spend. He better hope the pack doesn't close up too soon. Biggie in fifth, Phaser in the McShady in sixth. We got Castian sitting in seventh at the moment. Bloomfield, I'm not sure if they're going full pelt yet. Bloomfield in eighth. Derg had an off as well. Oh, and it looks like Hodgie had an off. And when I was doing the replay, whilst they were under safety car, possibly. My good golly gosh. So Nigel leads from Kian. Maybe Hodgie's down there. I didn't see what the grid... I didn't really have a good look at the grid. But you would think Bloomfield would have been the person at the back. But Nigel then is leading the way. Kian in second and Waney. And I think we're up to racing pace. It does look like it. Slowpoke, yeah, he's going full bean. So, yeah, I think we're back to racing now. Biggie in fifth, and the Phaser is all up and about him and trying to steal his wallet, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I believe he's trying to slip that wallet out of his back pocket. Castian in seventh place with the Bloomfield. My good golly gosh, it was looking good for him. Right at the very beginning of the race, he was cutting through the crowds. And he's racing here with Castian. Beautiful stuff. All up and inside of him. But he's got the inside line now, and the work goes through. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does now. And Castian wanted to turn in, and he had a face full of RAC there, ladies and gentlemen. But Bloomfield makes his way up and into seventh place. Castian in eighth. The Derg down in ninth, having a miserable time. And Hodgie in 10th. Oh, Nigel's picked up a half a second penalty, and Kian could be leading this race by the end of this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I don't know, because I don't know where the penalty thing is. Don't let me talk too soon. But Nigel, he's going to be trying to build up a... Oh, no, that's it. He's just paid it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he's paid it. And now Kian, is it enough? Not quite enough, but it's helped the Mad D-O-double-G get right back into the action here. My gosh, Kian then. Kian having another sniff at Nigel. This is so tight between the top three, ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable. Kian wrestling with the Were. Slowpoke trying to catch him up with Biggie in fifth, being chased by the Phaser. Bloomfield in seventh. He's made great ground up there, catching up with Phaser. Castian in eighth. The Derg and Hodgie battling it out, and the Hodgemeister is through and up into ninth as Derg slips into 10th place, and it's Nigel at the moment ahead of Kian and Waney the Mad D-O-G-G is all up and about Kian. I am here for that. So Vodka Rob saying you can call me Rob by all means. And Rob saying I feel soft today. I think I'm melting. Wowzers, ladies and gentlemen. I was... oh no, Waney has had a trip into the Shadow Realm. and now drops back and into 6th place. And my gosh, how many replays are we going to use up in this race? So he's right there in the wake of the Burtmer. Always when I'm reading the chat, this is why I try and save the chats between races. But then there's things relevant to the race. Oh, Kian had a small off first. I don't know if that's what distracted our man, Owaney the Mad D-O-double-G. But at the moment, 6th place, and he's got Bloomfield all up and personal. Good golly, Miss Molly. Niggle leads from Kian. Kian's gapped it out a little bit with making that mistake, and another mistake from Kian. Settle your stallion down, Kian. Your BMW is out of control. Bring Rayner in. He's sliding that bad boy around. Dude, you need to calm down, sir. Slowpoke in 3rd. We've seen Slowpoke grab. Oh, Biggie as well. The Burtmer is too hot to handle, ladies and gentlemen. It is a machine today. It's a murderous, it's a death trap, ladies and gentlemen. What is it? Death Proof. It's the vehicle from Death Proof. Oh, Phaser going slow. Had he had a penalty? Maybe, or redressing. I don't think, is that a penalty zone? Oh, I don't know. You really think I'd learn the track, wouldn't you? And I was racing this last night because I was doing it in the weekly challenges in a Nissan Silvia, which was absolutely, I didn't get 3rd. No surprise there. So Waney then in 4th was the best I got. Bloomfield in 5th. Oh, kicking up a bit of dust there. And the Phaser, he must have had a penalty. He slowed down along the straight there. Biggie having an off there, 7th. Castian just kicking up some dust ahead of Dergview. And the Hodgie is back at the back again. Hodgie, it's like snakes and ladders. He gets so far and then he slivers down back to the back. Niggle has spaced it out now. Kian 4 seconds adrift and 4 seconds adrift to the Slowpoke, who has picked up a penalty. Waney is making his way through though. He dropped down to 6th, did he not? And now he's up and into 4th. He's ahead of the Bloomfield, who is still being pursued by our man Phaser. On board with the Phaser. I'm having a sip of my brew, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, too many words, not enough moisture. All right, let's have a quick look at this chat. I'm presuming it's safe for a minute or two. Oh, it's hot. I want to take my hoodie off as well, but I've got to wait till the end of the race. Yeah, so we got to Rob saying, I feel soft today. I think I'm melting. It was hot. It is hot. And Rob saying this is a horrible track to have an off. Oh God, yeah. It's you just got to hope other people do after you do. High Voltage saying do not take part in this, Rob. Do you not take? No, he races on Sunday evenings. And Peter Brown saying fantastic racing tonight. And come on, Slowpoke. Go on, yes. Call him on. He's 3rd place, ladies and gentlemen. Did I just interrupt something because I was reading the chat? No, I was on board with Phaser when he's not getting much closer. This is tight. This is tight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, Slowpoke slipping back. The tyre wear is real in the hood of the Willow. And Bloomfield here, he's not feeling the tyres. He's not getting that wibbly-wobbly Burma that Kian and Biggie seem to be getting. He's got a settled one. They can do their own setups as far as aero. So the downforce they can tamper with, and the brake bias, that's about it. They've modified these road cars with like sport suspension and maybe a sport gearbox. I read it all out in round 1, I promise you. Phaser then in 6th. Bloomfield is chomping at the bit of the championship leader, and the championship leader in 4th, struggling against Slowpoke, whose tyres are absolutely dying on the vine. Kian all by himself. He has pulled a second back on Niggle with a 14.0 last time around. Kian 13.6, that's how he's pulled that time back. Slowpoke under pressure. He wants to do a duet with Queen because he is absolutely feeling it. Waney the Mad D-O-double-G doesn't like to finish below 3rd place, so he's got his sights set thoroughly on that position. Although, I mean, whoa, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely stole that one. Slowpoke was mugged right off Bloomfield tried to do something similar and ended up facing the wrong way. I think he just got caught by the curb, ladies and gentlemen, and Biggie knows that feeling as he goes by the RAC work. Castian's on his way. There's a yellow flag ahead. That is Bloomfield, and now it has gone, but Castian's picked up a half-a-second penalty, and Hodgie will be wanting to get ahead of that. Derg in 10th. This track is taking no prisoners, ladies and gentlemen. It is a absolute hound dog of a track. Rob in the chat saying, sorry mate, I missed that. No, I don't race in this one, but I do race on Sunday group though. Yeah, man, Ultimate Racing League on Facebook. They do have a website. If you have no Facebook, you can get to them through that. It is www.ultimateracingleague.com. So Niggle leads by 3 seconds. Kian setting chase. Waney the Mad D-O-double-G. Phaser and Slowpoke going at it now, and Slowpoke's tyres really hurt him, but he's not letting the McShady through. He's back ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Slowpoke shall not be moved. No, sirree. And Phaser is going to have to do something really special to pull one on Slowpoke, like a little bit like Waney did. He's alongside him though. It's a tough battle for Slowpoke, especially with his tyres going away from him. Now Waney has had enough. I thought I heard some wheel squeakage, and Waney has lost it wholesale. Absolutely everything. He's thrown it all out, ladies and gentlemen. And Waney then having... Who's not having a torrid time? Who's not having a great time, guys? This is a party. So Niggle's not having Niggle's having a great time. Someone's enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Niggle, sadist that he is. He loves a bit of Streets of Willow. Peter Brown in the chat saying can't wait for the new GT7 update on Thursday. Yeah, we've got some cracking cars coming, haven't we? Proper race cars. No, I'm not jumping on the hate wagon. It's good to get free stuff. So whatever it brings, it'll be fun. Kian then in second place, Slowpoke in third, Phaser in fourth. Phaser is hungry, ladies and gentlemen. He is hungry like the wolf for that third place. He wants a podium here in the second to last race. It's, oh no, I wish I hadn't said that. I'm going to start feeling sad. Never again we're going to see these cars. Next season's going to be different. I don't know if I like different. I want these cars to do another season. I don't want to say goodbye. Oh, I'm going to start bumming out, guys. Oh. So Niggle leads. Niggle's absolutely planted. Oh, though Kian, impressive lap times from the Burtmer Wurt, ladies and gentlemen, heading on up towards the rear derriere of the Focus as I saw a white Burtmer Wurt off the road up, and no, it wasn't. Who was having an off-ski? It's got to have been Hodge. It's the Hodge, ladies and gentlemen. He must have been. It was a white car. It was having a terrible time of it. So Niggle leads with 2 minutes left on the clock. The tyres are looking rough as our man Kian heads in. Can he get a win in this final round, ladies and gentlemen? I think he had a real close call, or did he get a win? I think Kian did get a win this season. I think for a while there he was one of the only ones, non-focused drivers that got a win, until Hodgie started absolutely labelling that as his situation. So Kian then closing in. We've got a minute and a half. And in the chat then, High Voltage saying, watched a lot of these. Must be where I've seen you, Rob. And High Voltage saying, 6 watching, give it a like. Hey man, Nook, no pressure here. People do as they wish. They drop in, they can say hi. It's a free zone. It's a safe zone. So Niggle then in the lead onto, wow, it's not going to be the final lap. They're going to have to do another one. And that is not going to be great news to Niggle, because Kian is absolutely lording it around the streets of Willow at the moment. He's the real true gangster. And Slowpoke holding on to that podium. Waney finishing below third, and Bloomfield then in 5th place. A 13-0 for Bloomfield. Bloomfield might be on the attack here in these final seconds of this race. Phaser in 6th. We got Rossi in 7th. The Hodgemeister in 8th place. and the Hodge has had a rough race, ladies and gentlemen. Castian in 9th, and the Derg is in 10th. I mean, they do drop around. I don't know. You'll have to go to the Facebook to see the table when it's finally released. Nigel then coming around, 24 seconds on the clock, and there's Kian. Kian absolutely lauded it, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely planted the BMW. It's like he pre-planned that one a lap before, and he brings it around the final corner. There's still 10 seconds on the clock, though. He's going to have to go around again, and Nigel, did you see that coming, sir? Kian absolutely trounced it. Fantastic driving by the Burt, but he's got to hold on to it, ladies and gentlemen. Taking it is one thing, but keeping it is another. Slowpoke finishes in 3rd, Waney in 4th, and Bloomfield in 5th. Fazer grabs himself 6th, with Rossi coming home in 7th place. Only one more to do, boys. Hodgie in 8th. He'll be glad. He'll be glad to get it. And I don't even think it's the cars. This is the track. It was probably not the best choice for last track, was it, of the season? Kian's still leading, though, ladies and gentlemen. Cassian crosses the line, and it's only Derg. So we'll look, and Kian's got 1.5 seconds on Nigel, and Kian is bringing the Burt home, ladies and gentlemen. The king of the streets. The king of the streets. Kian is the streets, and he's the king. So Kian then, the streets of Willow Springs belongs to him. Amazing race from the Burt. Absolutely heroic as Nigel brings it home in 2nd, and as I said, Slowpoke rounded out that podium. Waney just off in 4th, best of the rest. Holy guacamole. Look, I've got to take that. Yeah. Like Amazon, Kian just delivered, ladies and gentlemen. He delivered within 24 hours of ordering. Not bad for £8 a month. So let's have a look at them results. And you look at the results. I'm going to take my hoodie off because I'm sweltering here.
Well done, Vice.
Holy Swiss cheese, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't we having an absolute blast here at the streets of Willow Springs? It's cray-cray. What go on out there? What go on? So Kian then takes the win ahead of Nigel in 2nd place. Slowpoke brings it home for a podium with Waney the Mad Dio Double G in 4th. Bloomfield grabs himself a fine 5th place in the as Fazer in the McShadies comes home in 6th, Rossi in 7th, Hodgie in 8th, Castian in 9th, sorry, that was a little burp, and Derg in 10th. So I think Derg's on pole, Castian will be 2nd, then Hodgie will be 3rd, 4th for Rossi, 5th for Fazer, Kian will be 6th, Nigel will be, no, Bloomfield, Uka, I don't know. I can't remember. We'll see when we get there. It's something about the top 5 getting reversed and put to the back. No. Yes. Oh, they've already changed it. I'm too late. No. It's everyone moves up, and it's the top 5 reversed at the back. So it won't be. Who was it who finished at the back? Derg at the back? No, it'll be whoever finished 6th. Can I remember who that was? Bloomfield, ladies and gentlemen, finished in 6th place. No, Fazer finished, in 6th place. So Fazer should be on the pole position, I think, if that's how it works out. Ooh, the lights are on here. And in the streets, they won't go dark. They're not going to dare go dark, are they? No floodlights. My gosh, ladies and gentlemen, this could be tough. This could be a tough test. If it wasn't more difficult to drive around the streets of Willow Springs. I don't know if it goes full dark. I don't know if that setting is here in Gran Turismo 7, because not all the tracks do the same thing. Some tracks it rains, sometimes it doesn't. Some tracks are dark, sometimes they're not. So Castian then having a go on those medium tyres, and that's as much of a go as he wants. He's like, God, they're awful. Great stuff. So Rossi has used his mediums this evening, so he'll be racing tonight, mainly this last race on the soft tyre. Fazer has not used his mediums, obviously is going for a medium. Looks like Hodgie's going to go for a medium. Slowpoke's got his softs on, so he may have used a medium already. I didn't notice though. Wayne is on the mediums. Niggle, who has not used the mediums yet, he's gone for a medium. And Bloomfield, maybe, I thought the only two in the first race was the words of Bloomfield and Rossi that had the mediums on. Slowpoke finished in third that last race. If he had mediums on, well, wow, well done to that man. Or maybe he just hasn't changed them yet. He might have been just chillaxing between races after his third place. He's probably still gulping down the champers. I've never thought of that. What do they do in touring cars? Because they race later the same day. Do they like celebrate the podium with the champagne and drink it and everything? And then like 2 hours later jump in and go do race 2? I bet it's lemonade or something. Surely not a racing company would be so reckless to let their drivers down a bottle of champers before a race. Not since the 70s, ladies and gentlemen. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, yeah man, I used to play F1 mobile racing years ago and was top 20 player in the world. I can only dream of being that high up in this game too, though. And High Voltage saying, well done guys, I'd have spent more time building sandcastles. Well done Mark. And Vodka Rob's with a laughy face. So then, as we prep for race 3, it is the end, ladies and gentlemen. As all good things must come to pass, we have come to the end. Phaser on pole then, like we said. He's on the mediums. Softs for Rossi. Hodgie on the mediums. Mediums for Castian. Oh, Derg on the inters. Softs for Bloomfield. Wayne on mediums. Mediums. It's race go. And here we go. Watching Phaser. Oh, my lord. Is that Derg on his inters going right off the track? What are you up to, Derg? So Phaser then carries on in the lead, and Biggie up the inside, Biggie on the soft tyres, someone's having a huge off. It's a Focus, it could be the Derg on those intermediates, he'll have no traction whatsoever. And are they going safety car? It does look like they're slowed down. Biggie then in first, Phaser in second, Wayne third, Bloomfield then fourth. Oh, I think Wayne got booted by Bloomfield. He wasn't expecting the braking, I think. Slowpoke in fifth, and it looks like Niggle wants to race, but are they? No, maybe they're not under safety car. Derg's still on the track. It was Hodge. No, it wasn't Hodge. Castian. Who knows? But intermediate tyres is ridiculous. So Rossi leads. We're back to racing. Phaser's going for gold, ladies and gentlemen. We saw Rossi trying to get that lead away from the Phaser side by side as they're coming around the corner. This is absolutely Phaser's off the road. He's hit the BMW. They're both off the road. OMG. And Wayne has taken the lead, ladies and gentlemen, ahead of the other of Bloomfield. Slowpoke in third. Phaser's back on the track with Rossi. These two just fought it too hard. They sent it too hard, ladies and gentlemen. But they're still in the fight. Slowpoke moving back up into that third spot. Biggie in fourth, Niggle now in fifth, Kian, the race winner from last race, in sixth, Phaser in seventh, the Derg on his inters in eighth, ahead of Castian, and the Hodge is in 10th. I think the Hodge has given up on this round as well. Someone off the road. Oh no, was it Phaser? Phaser's had a small off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a quick look then. He was fighting hard. It just seems like a symptom of the McShady there, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing more, nothing less. So Wayne is leading now. Oh my word, it was a quick replay. Gosh, you can't stop for a second around here. So Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G, and it will be absolutely, well, but Bloomfield's on them soft tyres. So let's not say Wayne's winning the last race just yet. But it would be a poetical ending, wouldn't it? The championship leader taking the last win of the series. Bloomfield then having a sniff. Having a wee sniff at the Focus, ladies and gentlemen. Fancies a go. Slowpoke on those medium tyres as well. The Focuses will be strong come the end of this race. with those medium tyres. Biggie in fourth, despite his implications with the phaser. He's still holding fourth place, with Kian, the race winner from the last race, holding fifth ahead of Nigel, who's picked up a small penalty. Hodgie's made his way up to seventh. The Derg is still holding on to those inters, but it's got to be no grip whatsoever. What was he thinking? I don't think that was an accident. I think that was a statement, ladies and gentlemen. I think Derg is making a statement about this track. Phaser in ninth, sniffing at Castian. He wants to get by. Both on medium tyres. Waney still leads from Bloomfield. And Phaser then goes for the move up the inside, and he seals the deal there, ladies and gentlemen. Moves himself up and into eighth place. So Waney, how's he doing? Bloomfield having another look. Come on, get around this corner, neat. Chase him down the straight, outbrake him into the next corner. That's the way to do it. Look, you've gapped again. You've gapped. You've got to stay right with him, right up until the straight, and then try and get him into the first couple of corners, Bloomfield. It's not that I know what I'm talking about, it's just what racers do. Slowpoke is... Oh, Slowpoke picks up 1.5 seconds, but he's got a good gap to the big E. So Slowpoke then in third, but he's got 1.5 seconds chained around his neck, ladies and gentlemen. And Waney has got his hands full of the Bloomfield. And Vodka saying, get the champagne out. Peter Brown saying, just bought the Porsche 959 from 1987. What, in game? I'll tell you what, I dropped all my credits for a GT40 Mark IV, I think it said, but it's from like the 60s, so I don't know. But it was in the Legends, and it was 6 million something, and I had 7 million, and man alive, it was painful. It was like paying real money. It hurt. High Voltage saying code Brown. High Voltage saying real one Peter. High Voltage saying come on Slowpoke. Peter saying bought the Porsche 959 from 1987 in the Legends cars. I'll have a look, see how much it is, but I've got no money. Again, though, Bloomfield sniffing up the inside. He's got the inside line now, but Waney's got the next one. And Waney then still stays in the lead of this race. Slowpoke in third. That penalty, he's paid it, and it's brought him closer to Slowpoke, Kian, and the Nigel. Kian and Nigel both on medium tyres. Rossi is on the softs and racy as hell, as is Bloomfield. All up and in. Waney, the Mad D-O double G's business. And Waney then wants to go out with a bang in this championship. He has absolutely lit it on fire at the early stages. He was untouchable, ladies and gentlemen. But the other guys seem to start getting around the setups of the cars and getting the feel for the cars. And the pack closed in on Waney. Then he had to share some wins with the likes of Slowpoke, Nigel, Kian, and Hodgie mainly. And the championship was starting to look like it was tightening up. But Waney has done what a great champion should do. He always finishes a place or two behind his rivals. And that has helped him keep them points alive and maintain that championship lead. And Waney at the moment doing that same exercise against the Bloomfield, just staying ahead of the faster car. And Slowpoke then in third. He's got an issue with Biggie. Biggie a 13.4 last time around. Slowpoke a 13.8. So if he can maintain that, not too bad. Kian 13.8 and he's twerking again, ladies and gentlemen. Nigel in sixth. A danger man if ever there was a danger man. Hodgie in seventh, just hasn't come to life like we've seen him race this season here at the streets of Big Willow, or Willow Springs, sorry. Castian in eighth place with Phaser in ninth, and the Derg has gone to the wet tyre. He makes a mockery, sir. Sir, you make a mockery of me and the series. Shame on you. So in the chat, there's a lot of chat. I think they're talking about the Porsche. Vodkrov saying I bought the historic Merc F1 car last week. I think it was the last car I needed for the whole lot. Well done, Vodkrov. High Voltage, thought you meant the real thing. Good car. Just don't don't up its power too much, Vodkarov saying, unless I've missed an engine swap car, but I think I've got them all. Well done. Pete Brown says he's got one. Oh, that's how much the car cost. I haven't got 1,950,000 credits, I'm afraid. And High Voltage saying, can anyone win this championship? Well, no, I think Wayne's got enough points. We haven't seen a table for a couple of weeks, and Bloomfield goes for the move. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. No, he's overshot it a little bit. Oh my word, and it's given Wayne the gap, and Wayne has taken the gap. He filled the gap, ladies and gentlemen, with his Ford Focus. And Bloomfield then, he went for gold up the inside, but just found himself on the outside of the corner, and Wayne just cut him back under, and that's all she wrote. Rossi did catch up Slowpoke. I apologise. Someone's having an off. It's the Niggle. The Niggle absolutely aiming for Kian, and he missed. He went wide. Hodgie in 7th, but Hodgie a little bit away behind Niggle. Niggle should be safe with an 11-second gap back to the Hodge Meister. Phaser is in 8th. He's made his way up past Castian, I think, and the Derg has now gone to soft tyres. Bless him. I hope you've used the mediums. He's using everything except for the actual tyre he's meant to use, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to go all of them, isn't he? We're going to see him on hards in a lap, and then we're going to see him finish the race on medium tyres. So Wayne under threat again from the Bloomfield. And my good golly gosh, one feels that Bloomfield wants to end the season with a win. I think he started the season in the brick, if you remember, ladies and gentlemen. He started in the Volva, which went nowhere fast. Well, actually, it didn't even do that fast. It went nowhere slow. And Bloomfield then decided to take a hit on the points and change over to the Burtmer Were, and he took our breath away again with another sniff at the Wayne. He's going to have to back off that one because Wayne went a little wide from the tap. And my good golly gosh, this is entertaining for you guys. It's for me as well. I don't know if it is for you. I'm sorry. I'm not to presume. You guys might be thinking, yeah, we've seen this before. Bloomfield then on the inside. It's side by side again. Wayne is going to have the inside line all day, Wayne says. All day, Bloomfield. My little Padawan. You need to get yourself in a different position. You need to be on the other side of me. I'm always going to take the inside of the corner. And, Bloomfield fighting the back of the BMW with Rossi in 3rd, Slowpoke in 4th, Kian in 5th. Kian absolutely delving into his pockets to find extra speed against the Slowpoke, and Slowpoke holding on strong against the Burtmer Were. Niggle in 6th place. We saw him have a slight off. He's trying to come back from that. Hodgie is 12 seconds now. Hodgie not having fun here. Phaser, he's had a couple of good positions, but he had an off with Biggie, and he's not been able to make it back. Cassian in 9th, and the Derg on the softs currently with the fastest lap. Bloomfield at the moment, he's taking the lead. Oh, you buggery now. Give me a sec. We might get it. Oh, yeah, baby. I think he did it. I think he went around the outside of him to be on the inside of the corner. So well done to Bloomfield. He does learn. See, AI can learn. So Bloomfield then takes the lead of the race. And is this it, ladies and gentlemen? Can he seal the deal with a 2 Burtmer win at the streets of Willow Springs? This is exciting. I don't want this season to end. Do another season of these, you buggers. So Bloomfield then half a second ahead of Wayne the Mad Dio Double G, and Wayne with those medium tyres hoping the BMW shoots its tyres into oblivion, but very unlikely. 3 minutes left on the clock, and then we have Hawkeye's back. He was in this championship. I think he was in a McShady's. Rossi in 3rd, making it a 1-3 for Burtmer Were. Kian taking a win in the last race. It's ended up a good round for the BMWs. Niggle in 5th. Slowpoke's dropped back. Oh my. Oh no, he can't have done. No, he can't have done. His lap times haven't been that bad. 15.1 against a 14.5. He wouldn't be that far back unless it's this lap. Oh, it was this lap, ladies and gentlemen. He's taken a big hit this lap, nearly 10 seconds. Hodgie in 7th. He'll be looking to close the gap on that one. Fazer in 8th. Castian in 9th. Derg's up to 9th. How's he got ahead of Castian after having 3 pit stops? That makes no sense. Bloomfield under pressure, ladies and gents. The tyres are holding strong. We've got just under 2 minutes left of this final race of the season, the series. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. But not yet, not for another 1 minute and 40 seconds. So bear with me so we can work out who the winner of this race is. Rossi going faster than he's gone before, but 4 seconds adrift of this battle. I don't think he's going to be able to close in the final minute or so. They're going to have to do another lap after this one, ladies and gents. It is intense stuff for the lead here, and Wayne wants to end the season on a high. And I don't know what car had an off. It looks like Castian ahead of him, and Bloomfield then backing out of it. He knows that Wayne cannot overtake him. That's probably the Derg, in all fairness. So Bloomfield, they've passed the yellow flag situation, and it is race on against these two. And oh my word, it's exciting stuff. Rossi in 3rd. We've got Keane in 4th. He's gone up ahead, has he, of Nigel? Hodgie's up to 6th. Slowpoke slipping back even further, and Slowpoke, the end of the race, not going well. Fazer with a 2nd penalty as well. Castian in 8th, and it was Derg that was off the road. Bloomfield leads. 30 seconds on the clock. Will the flag come out before they get to the line? There's more movement. Fazer ahead of the Slowpoke. Slowpoke absolutely losing all the will to live in this race. Bloomfield leads from Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G. And they're coming up towards a lapped car with 10 seconds on the clock. It looks like they're going to go around again, ladies and gentlemen. What a treat. What an absolute treat for us. Rossi crosses the line as well. And Kian then is our first finisher in 4th place. No, Nigel is, sorry. Kian gets across. Hodgie then is going to be the next one in 6th, ahead of Fazer in 7th. Great stuff. Great stuff. Bloomfield still ahead of Wayne, and Bloomfield just willing his BMW on. Hodgie crosses the line in 6th place. Fazer is coming up to it now to cross in 7th. Well done, our kid. And Bloomfield then still leading the way from Wayne. Wayne giving it all he's got. He's going all in, Captain. Rossi hoping these two drive into each other and he can take a win. But Bloomfield looks like he is going to get it. Only corners away from home. My good golly gosh. Fazer's crossed in 7th. Slowpoke in 8th. But it's Bloomfield at the moment round the final corner. And Wayne's going for a move of the inside. Oh no! Oh, it's Wayne's got the penalty. Bloomfield takes the win. Great stuff, Scott. Wayne in 2nd, and hopefully he's far enough ahead of Rossi to finish in 2nd. He is. 3rd for Rossi, and Kean rounds it out in 4th place. Ladies and gentlemen, I am spent. That was miraculous. A miraculous 3 laps. And I know those guys hated every single second of it because of the track. But Bloomfield, Wayne, these guys have given us such a blast. Oh, I like your race suit, Bloomfield. That is awesome. So Bloomfield with the win. Well done. Well done. Started in the Volvo. I've got to be quick. I didn't save a single replay, so it looks like our thumbnails from that. I don't know why I didn't think of the replays. So it doesn't stay open very long. So Bloomfield took the final race win, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne G finished in 2nd, Rossi in 3rd, Kean in 4th, Nigel in 5th, Hodgie in 6th, Fazer in 7th, Slowpoke in 8th, 9th for Castian, and the Derg in 10th. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how long a gap they're going to have between championships, but I assume there'll be a small gap, and then they're going to be back with Jaguars, and they're going to be food and drink related sponsors. This is what I know of the championship so far, and I think they're going to be one 15-minute race and one 30-minute race. I'm not sure, but the details I'll tell you when we get to it. In the chat, then, to finish off, High Voltage says, can anyone win this champ? I think Wayne, the Mad DOGG, got it. High Voltage saying it looks like rain. Oh my, that would have really shook things up. Vodka Rob saying, has Hodgie won the league already? No. I think he was too far behind coming to this round, I think, at the end of the day. High Voltage saying, just like watching BTCC, should have been at Brands Hatch. I think round 1 may have been. Go back. Honestly, I'll try and put them in a playlist as well. That'd be cool, and then they're all in one place. Vodgrob saying, go on the Bloom. Yeah, Vodgrob, our first season was with Bloomfield, if you remember, in League 3, in the good old days, in League 3. You, me, Bloomfield, Captain Slow, it was fantastic. Vodgrob saying it's going to be sad to see this end. It's been a great championship. It has been a fabulous championship. Vodgrob saying fantastic. Vodgrob saying congratulations Bloomfield. Peter Brown saying fantastic racing. High Voltage saying thanks guys, great show. Thanks Thingy. Hope I can take part with the Jags. Do you like Jag? I love a shag. Me, High Voltage. I can't wait to see the shags on display. I'm hoping to see a lot of shags all in one place. And Vodka Rob saying, my teammate he was. There you go, in the Citroën. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough wobble and waffle from me. Thank you for joining us here at the Thingamajig Racing channel for the Ultimate Racing League, the very final round of the Ultimate Touring Car Championship. Hopefully it'll be back. It's too good to put on the shelf, I think. Oh my God, Bloomfield, you legend, you absolute star. I was just wrapping up, but I'll take a second. Ethan saying, shee, what a race, am I right? And Ethan saying, love you, Rob. That's Bloomfield, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the very final race of the season. Great stuff, well done, Bloomfield, you deserved it. The Volvo, just remember back to the Volvo, that's all. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was your Wednesday evening live racing, the end of the UTCC. Thank you for joining me here at Thingamajig's channel. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.